We are right now reviewing some of the reports from accredited observers, national and international accredited observers. Many of the recommendations cannot be implemented by INEC alone by administrative action. They require collaboration with others, and in many cases, amendments to the electoral legal framework, which is actually beyond INEC itself. We have to go to the National Assembly. Let me give you an example. The EU made 30 recommendations on how we can improve the electoral process in Nigeria, out of which only 9 can be implemented by INEC by administrative action. The Commonwealth made 24 recommendations, but only 8 can be implemented by INEC by administrative action. The joint NDI-IRI report made 15 recommendations, out of which only 4 can be implemented by INEC by way of administrative action. I want to restate that this is a very important meeting to the Commission, and I will look forward to your observations and recommendations which will feed into the reform of the electoral process.
INEC Chairman there talking about the review of the 2019 general elections and some of his thoughts on some of the recommendations. Now, joining us from Abuja studios is the YPP Chairman, Bishop Amakiri. We're talking about this, and this is from the perspective of political parties. We'd like to thank you for joining us at this time. I mean, do you see any progress with the Commission? And that's talking about INEC. Several meetings they're having, they're reviewing what happened during the 2019 elections. When you hear the chairman say that the Commission is constrained in implementing some of the recommendations, saying that so far made by the various local and international groups, how do you feel?
Well, I think, thank you, Millicent. Good afternoon, Nigerians. I think the INEC chairman is being very sincere with the whole thing, because before the 2019 general election, there was a recommendation. I mean, the president was supposed to assent to a bill, and which he declined. And in fact, that threw us to the situation where we are today. And yes, this recommendation from these various organizations, if you look at those recommendations, certainly they will bring a lot of sanctity into our democratic reign. But at the moment, INEC is being sincere to tell you that they are constrained in some way or the other. It requires a lot of administrative measures, to put this thing into action. And I think that that's the reason why we must call on the executive, the president, or even the National Assembly. If there are some unfinished touching areas where they need to go back and to touch those areas, they should not please hesitate to do that. Because a lot of people continue to say, politics. The perception out there is like, it's as if politics is like an atrocity when you find yourself playing politics. But there's nothing wrong with politics, sincerely speaking. It is the miscreant characters that, make politics to look like as if politics is not a good thing to delve into. Nothing is wrong with politics. And I think that, honestly speaking, this call will make good for us. Let the National Assembly, in conjunction with the presidency, look at this as a very important, thing for them to do.
But
let
how
the
about
president please
political
look
parties?
at the nation first.
Mr. Amakiri, what are your expectations? I mean, for political parties, we also had some of the groups indicting, saying that the 2019 elections didn't meet many Nigerians' expectations, and there wasn't enough confidence with the Commission and then political parties.
In this case, you see, the political parties have their own role to play, truly, and that has to do with internal party affairs. the way people conduct themselves, political party leaders conduct themselves, and then the process in bringing up representative candidates that will represent political party is also another process we must look into, you know, and that's why it's very important that we give priority to what I would call leadership capacity building, you know, how many political parties really meet, bring their members together, people who are aspiring to run under their party, and then they give them the orientation of the ideology of the party. You know, like us, we do, the YPP. We go through those kind of, you know, process. And I think that's why we shouldn't just pecularize political party affairs to just maybe when we are going, until when we are going for elections, people should just go and participate. Maybe you register political party, or you just have to wait until when it is time for election, you go and participate, and you know, and for election. No, we have to. There are a lot that political parties need to do.
I must ask you this question because we have a short time to go, and this is, you know, your thoughts on the judiciary, on the role they have to play, you know, with regards to settling a tense atmosphere, with the thoughts of, I mean, even the chairman saying that the 2019 general elections was quite acrimonious, seeing as the Osun governorship election has been laid to rest with the Supreme Court decision. How much faith do you have in Nigeria's judiciary?
My dear sister, honestly speaking, I think we talk too much in Nigeria. And not only that, it seems we don't really have people that have courage, people that are driven by patriotism. Otherwise, we don't need, even the layman knows what really transpired, what happened in Osun election. I am not a member of PDP, and I will never be a member of PDP or APC. Okay, but I'm saying that we are talking about the process. We're talking about our country. We are talking about the generation yet unborn. What kind of precedents are we setting behind? Yes, truth is truth, false is false. We all know what transpired in Osun. The Osun election, to be kindly speaking, was just a shenanigan that I would call it.
40 seconds up.
The Osun election, we all know.
Yes, National Chairman, we'd really like to thank you. We appreciate your time on the program. Essentially, that's how we wrap up the show. That's the YPP chairman there, Bishop Amakiri. Thank you so much. That's it. Join the conversations on our social media platforms. I'm Innocent Nwaka. Goodbye for now.